Hey guys, welcome back. This week we've got a special treat in store for you. Marina's away visiting family over Christmas, so I have filmed this episode solo. You meet me in Pewsey this week as we head to Bedwin. I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to loosen the pegs and get ready to set off, maybe take the centre line off, and then set the camera up and get the engine started and go. Let's see how I do.
Take your time, fall in line someday. It's hard to win, hard to pin one day.
So you join me today heading from Pewsey, hopefully to Crofton. I think it's got 6 locks ahead, a tunnel, Bruce's tunnel. This trip takes us to the summit of the canal as I head east to Crofton.
In your eyes, no disguise one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. In your
So after solo boating quite a few times over living on Alba, moved the boat down to London. There was about 200 locks, over 250 miles solo boating. You learn how to be really efficient on your own. You really get focused at the task at hand and kind of drift away from the rest of the world, which is quite nice. And obviously all that time sort of absorbing nature and constantly waving at people.
It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes.
Love the Bruce's tunnel because there's no speed limit, so we can really hit warp 6 as we go through the tunnel. The next day, woke up to fog just outside of Bedwin, and it was so amazing. So I thought, I wonder what the drone would look like in the fog. But I could not have prepared myself for what was about to happen. This is very surreal. Doesn't get much better than this in terms of ways to start your day. Welcome to day 2 of my solo move. Yesterday, I think I did 6 locks and was going until just about when it went dark. I moored up just outside of Crofton, right next to a lock that sounded like a waterfall all night, which was nice and annoying as well. When you're on your own, you're like, is that a fan I can hear? Is that a fan? And I'm like listening to the inverter and realised that it's actually just the water falling over the lock. I think I've got 8 or 9 locks to do today, but I think they're all in quick succession, so it shouldn't take me too long. Oh, wrong foot. And off I go.
how it sways in the sun. Keeping our stories in the
So feeling quite creative and inspired after those epic drone shots through the fog and clouds. This is my attempt at solo narrowboat parking whilst piloting and filming with a drone.
before it all begins.
Hey guys, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I've just got home after spending Christmas with my family up in Edinburgh. My sister lives in Edinburgh, so we were up there. We had a lovely Christmas in Edinburgh. I have decided, now I'm home alone for a week or two, to actually surprise, well, we'll see how surprised she'll be, how surprise Marina by decorating. So the boat was decorated, I think, just before we moved aboard. Yeah, it could really do with some love. It's not horrendous, but just could do with some love. So I will be looking at that over the next 2 days. I've just spent 3 hours procrastinating. Do I? Don't I? I'm going to try and take you along for the journey. So the first job to do today is tidy all of the surfaces as best I can. I'm going to start with the lounge because I figure, I was thinking, do I do the bedroom or do I do the lounge first? And I figure if I do the lounge first, it's the bigger room, so it'll be the hardest one over and done with, and then the next one you'll be over halfway. And once you commit to these things, you get it done. So the job today is to clear as much of the crap out of here as possible, and then start sanding. I think start sanding the walls. I've got some decorated chalk. Fill in any of the gaps or where like old screws have been or what have you, and sand everything back. And then I can tape up and then we paint for the next day or two. The more you get through, the more you realise how much there is to do. I'm gonna finish up sanding, which are pretty much done. Then I'm gonna give everything a bit of a wipe down and a hoover, and then should be a boot ready for the first coat. So the boat's a mess, I'm a mess, and now our home is worse than it was when I started this morning. But I have sanded all of the walls and the ceiling. Thought the sanding was going to take ages, but then I realised we still had Dave's sander. Thanks, Dave. I'll use that, which made it much, much easier. I'm so glad I didn't actually have to like hand sand it. We weren't expecting miracles, but yeah, it's come up quite well. I've got a little friend here. His name's Milo. Hey, buddy. Yeah, how windy it is outside. The Christmas tree's going to look like it's been snowed on, but I'll put some blankets and stuff over. But yeah, weirdly and surprisingly, it's really warm today. It's end of December and it's 14 degrees outside. I say that's how warm it is inside, but I've had all the windows and doors open. No, it's more than that actually. Yeah, it's a very warm day in December. Day 3. Yesterday I managed to paint this wall and the ceiling at that end. Hopefully you can tell the difference from this side to that side and this to this as well. Today's plan is finish this bit off, which I'm going to do first. It's taken a long while because I've been painting down the grooves of the tongue and groove, which has just taken ages, but it's really important to get all in the cracks and crevices and then touch up the blue bits. It sounds like loads, but I think we'll be all right. My original goal was to get it all done in 2 days. Happy New Year, folks. I've finished the painting this morning, but I've been here now for 2 weeks, so I'm going to take you on a little journey. We're going to get some water, turn around, and hopefully head up to Crofton Mill. Morning. Yesterday I finished double coating the paint, so yeah, now all the living room and kitchen is done. It's looking very neat and tidy. Today the task at hand is to now go around and touch up all the blue bits. We've still got some touch up paint of the blue. There's a few sort of nicks and stuff. It hasn't been done in a while, so I'll go around and do that and tidy up all the edges. So just to add to that footnote, I've got to clean the blue bits because it's covered in dust, so I'm going to hoover and wipe those. Then I need to go around and see if any chalking needs done. Then I'm going to go around with the blue touch-up paint, and then finally I can put the lights back up. Now the lights are horrible, they need replacing. The cords are yellow from God knows how long they've been in here, so it's really painful putting them back up. But don't have any wire, don't really know what I'm doing. Plus we haven't got any lights. We did buy some lights for the bedroom, but we actually preferred the older lights because of the colour and the amount of power that they use, etc. So we need to find another set of lights. They'll still look awful. I probably won't show you them after because you'll be like, what has he done? But I'm going to minimise the amount of footprint these wires have on our boat. So this is the moment of truth. We find out if the 4-year-old paint that we got with the boat is still alive, really. Let's have a look. That came off all right. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, happy with that. Need to get some kindling to stir it with. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all of you subscribers, and especially to our patrons out there. It always does surprise me how surreal and kind it is as a thing to have patrons supporting you and the channel, and it's very much appreciated, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this special with me. Do let us know in the comments if you would prefer just to see my videos or Marina's. Don't comment down below.